What's good, everybody? Welcome to Talk Rice to Me. I'm Jesse Chan.
And I'm girl Jessie.
It's Jay.
Z's husband, Brandon.
I'm Z.
I'm Z.
Let it be known I am Z's husband. But anyways, well, thank you guys for coming today. And we're going to start off the show today with something little funny, hopefully. We're going to start talking about some hot takes, some harmless hot takes. I will start. We've had this argument before, but does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
Yes, it
Sorry,
does.
guys. That's a hard pass for me.
I already know Brandon. Tell the people what you think.
Pineapple destroys the pizza.
Please. You agree.
agree.
Now tell me why. Why does pineapple destroy the pizza?
I just like my sweet and savory things separate.
Can I ask you something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you not like Filipino spaghetti?
Oh my gosh. So I love Filipino spaghetti, but that's the only thing that I'll like accept is sweet and savory.
So if I put a Filipino spaghetti, but instead of like banana ketchup, it's pineapple ketchup, you're gonna be like, no.
No. Nah, I'm not gonna
Pineapple
eat
ketchup.
Just work with me here.
it. But like, I don't.
There's no such thing.
I'm gonna invent
not
it.
working with
I'm gonna invent it.
I hope you make like lots of money off of it.
I'll be like, it's controversial.
Okay. Brandon, why does it destroy the pizza?
It just doesn't taste right.
What does it taste like to you?
Like when I think of pizza, I think of very salty things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. Like I just wouldn't add anything sweet to it.
Okay. What about like sweet peppers? You know, have you heard of sweet peppers on pizza?
I don't like that on pizza.
What about tomatoes? Tomatoes are naturally sweet ish.
Not really.
And now the more
You said
acidic.
ish.
Ish.
Okay, so this is what I would do. I would eat like a pizza, a regular pizza, like a cheese pizza,
Okay.
and then I would enjoy a pineapple after. It just can't be on it.
So you take the bite of it, and then you go.
No,
Bite
I
the-
want to finish my pizza first, and then I'll eat a pineapple after.
Okay. I've heard the argument that someone had said once was pineapple does not belong on pizza because fruits don't belong on pizza, but tomatoes are fruits.
Okay.
I guess.
I agree. I'm on your side.
Really? That's what I'm talking about. See?
She's like, damn right.
Pineapple makes pizza better, infinitely better.
There you go.
Majority wins. No, I'm kidding.
Man.
You got something to say?
No, I'm like Brandon. I'd have them separate. I'll eat the pineapple after.
I'll give you another stipulation.
Oh my goodness.
In the culinary
about this.
in the culinary world, right?
Okay.
People, when things are a little too greasy or a little too fat, like too fattening, they like to put a little acid in it to like cut the flavor.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can kind of see that pineapple somewhat is like the acid that kind of cuts the grease of like the cheesiness. It just makes it like pop more. It gives it a little je ne sais quoi. A little je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean?
Then I shouldn't be on Top Chef.
Then you're not very je ne sais
I
quoi.
shouldn't be on the food network. Then I don't have that.
Well, Brandon has another stipulation when it comes to this. He says he just doesn't like it because he thinks sweet and savory does not belong together. So another example is chicken and waffles.
Oh, y'all should see me.
Chicken and waffles. Brandon,
You don't like chicken and waffles?
No, I love chicken. No, okay, so this is how I eat chicken and waffles. You're about to hate me.
Please tell me it's not what I think.
So I have my own separate plate, and I put the chicken like on the separate plate, put the hot sauce on it, and then I'll put the syrup on the waffle, and I eat it separately.
Yep. That's the only way
Then
to do
you
it.
should just get fried chicken and a waffle, not chicken and waffles together.
But some restaurants they don't offer that, so I'm just like, well, damn, I'm gonna have to get this chicken and waffles and separate it later.
dang.
Think of all the extra
Yeah.
work you're making the busboy do. That's messed up.
I hate the restaurants that put like the chicken and waffles and they already sprinkle the syrup on top of the stuff.
Oh
'Cause
yeah. Oh my
it fucks
goodness.
up
That's
the
what makes it
vibe.
good.
No, like let me put this shit on. I
Then don't order the chicken and waffles.
What if I want it?
Hey, y'all should go to unconventional diner and get the chicken and waffles there.
Is it good? Wait,
Cornbread chicken and waffles.
Oh,
that's good.
that sounds actually really good. I'm still gonna separate it though.
Oh my god.
What about when it comes to donuts? What about bacon on donuts?
I love maple bacon donuts.
That's
right.
On the same
Sweet and
page.
salty. It
Wait.
balances it out.
Wait, Brady, I've never asked you that question.
I don't like bacon on my donuts.
Have you ever had a bacon on a
I don't
donut?
like candied bacon. I don't like bacon on my donuts. It's just different, bro. Like when I think of bacon, I think of, oh my god, it's greasy as shit and salty. That's what I like. I don't like the donut with the bacon on it. I'm just like,
I like the balance.
Okay. What about you? Bacon on donuts?
No, hard pass.
Yes.
I just even the candied one. I really tried to eat it once, but there was like a few bacon bits on top, so I was like, all right, it's cool, I'll eat it, but no.
All right, we should probably switch up the seating. The non-pineapple pizza.
No, they have
over
a
there.
healthy balance.
They balance each other out. Contrast. All right. Anybody else got a harmless hot take?
Like a quirk about yourself.
Harmless hot
Of course,
take.
about myself.
Like something that you like or you see about something, but everyone else is like, wait, what the heck? Why would you do that? Like some people, this is not really like a quirk, but people dip their French fries into Wendy's Frosties.
Nobody has one.
It's a judgment-free zone, guys.
I don't know.
I have something. So let's just say you order a burger and fries, right?
Okay.
Do you eat your fries while you eat your burger, or do you eat your burger first and then eat your fries?
Enjoy them together.
Ooh.
I also would enjoy them.
And
Yeah.
I'll take a bite, put it down,
'Cause I
and
know what you're
then
talking about.
yeah, I do them together. Because sometimes,
No.
I like going back and
never
forth
thought of
between the
that?
different flavors.
yes,
I think when I eat a burger, it's automatic. You just go.
In with the burger.
you just finish it.
No, I think I definitely eat it together at the same time. So like, I take a bite, maybe dip a couple fries in there, maybe put a couple fries in the burger
Yes.
for a bite.
yes.
Why?
I eat them separate.
You
I
don't-
either eat the fries first and then the burger second, or the burger first and the fries second.
Like a weirdo.
It's just like kind of like OCD, but
I
like,
got you.
not really.
You just don't like the mixed flavors.
Yeah, and I kind of eat fast. Like,
Yeah, I guess you don't like to mix
You just don't like the mixed flavors.
yeah. What I mean, yeah, you're right.
What about like if it wasn't a burger? What if it's like chicken nuggets and then fries? Are you eating them separate too?
I think so.
Oh wow.
I'm trying to think. Yeah,
Oh shit!
because I actually went to McDonald's last week and I crushed the nuggets and then I ate the fries. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I ate the fries on the way home, and then
You couldn't wait. You're like,
Wait, so I have a question though. Like at Thanksgiving, do you let your foods touch because then the flavors are mixing, or do you like mix it all together? Because people like me, like I put things and like I separate them.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah, I do. Like I'm also OCD in a sense because I like have them in sections.
man, you
of
got
the
those
plate.
paper plates with the sections, don't you? You gotta
Yeah.
make sure. Hey, I got the plates.
Like the bento looking ones.
You
where
bring the
you can
plates.
you can put each side in each compartment and then you're good to go.
I don't think I have that because I like to stuff my plate and I
Yeah.
like to have one plate. So like, I don't think it's like the flavor thing. It's more like it depends on like if it's sweet or not.
Yeah.
That's when I don't like mixing it. Like I'll make sure it's like on separate sides or whatever. But for me, it's just like I don't know. I need to eat something first. Like I'll eat the mashed potatoes first, and then the turkey, and then the mac and cheese,
Like all at
collard greens. No, not all at once. It's like section by section, like in a clock.
Wait, is it only salty and sweet, or is it also like sour and sweet, or like sour and savory,
Well, I
or
like
sour and salty?
Well, I like sinigang, so
Okay, so it's just the sweet and salty, just so different that you're like, nah.
Wait.
Okay,
You laughing?
salty, like
Because
sour.
sinigang is sour and
Yeah.
salty at the same time.
that's why he says he likes it.
Yeah,
So I don't think you don't like the contrasting flavors.
Yeah,
yeah.
the extreme contrast. Okay.
Well, I will say that there are some things that I actually like that are sweet and sour.
What is
What is
that?
one?
Like a McGriddle.
The girls been hitting, yo.
That is possibly the only thing that I like that's sweet and sour.
Okay.
I mean sweet and savory.
Anything else? What about? Well, I got one. Y'all about to go to Korea. All their food is sweet, savory, and spicy. How are you gonna survive?
I mean, I'm down to try it.
He's gonna grow.
You know what I mean, right, Z? Think about
He's not gonna have a choice abroad.
He eats Korean food.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a problem with it.
I don't really like sweet and sour chicken.
sweet and sour. Okay, I can see that.
I don't like sweet and
I
sour.
remember when we had dinner with my parents at one time, and we got the Kingdom pork chop, which is kind of like it's they use pineapples in with
Yeah.
the pork chop,
remember.
and you're like, I ain't touching that. That shit looks disgusting. And I was like, dang, that thing is good.
There's something about fruits and savory I don't like.
Hey, you know what? It's a free country. You're free to do whatever you want.
Choose what you want.
Right? All right. Got another one. When you guys are making a sandwich, okay?
Okay.
How y'all cutting it? Are y'all cutting it straight down the middle so you get 2 squares? Or are y'all cutting it diagonal for when you get 2 triangles?
Like a regular sandwich with like the square toast or whatever,
Yes.
the square bread.
Yes. How are you cutting it? Are you cutting it right down the middle so you have 2 like rectangles? Or are you cutting it diagonal where you have 2 triangles?
If I cut it, usually I just leave it as a whole because it's so small, but diagonal.
Diagonal?
Also diagonal.
It tastes
Yeah.
better.
Diagonal.
It tastes better.
It spreads out the whatever you have in the sandwich a little bit more. I don't know. It
It's
makes
easier
it
to
last
eat
longer.
too.
I think
Yeah.
diagonal.
Because
Yeah.
the first bite is pointy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get a bigger bite. Okay.
Diagonal.
Are we all in agreement?
But I have a hot take though.
Okay, what is it?
I used to cut them in 4s. I would cut it in half and then half.
When you were a child, though.
Yeah, because it was
'Cause it was
smaller.
yeah.
Okay, that's that. At least you have a
That makes
practical
sense.
reason there. You have a practical reason. I thought it was going to be something different.
Like a hole in the middle or some shit.
Like I like to cut a smiley out of it and then eat it or something like, or I cut the crust off and then eat it. That could be a hot take.
What, cutting the crust off?
Yeah.
A lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that.
And then cutting it in a diagonal.
Are y'all eating the on that subject? Are you guys eating the end piece of the loaf of bread?
No.
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 Or that
No.
goes in the garbage, right?
Yes.
That's so rude.
They're not meant to
I'm not eating it either, but that's so rude.
I mean, in college I did, but
Hey, I'm talking about.
like that's money. Like going into my groceries. But now I'm like, we make money. I have a 9 to 5. Like I can throw it away.
I don't want to suffer through eating the end piece.
Exactly.
I know somebody, he found a way to basically use the end pieces. He takes them and freezes them. And then when he wants to use them, he just blends them up and makes pancakes.
Oh.
Ooh,
Like kind of like a flour?
Yeah.
Whoa.
that's a good turn. I was expecting
Wait,
something
you
different.
freeze them?
Like he freezes them and I guess he takes them out
Then
and
he
like
thaws
it,
them?
either he lets them thaw or he just like blends them up or something like that. But that was like, dude, you have to be eating a
Interesting.
ton of bread and like just be loving bread 24/7. Be like, I got the end pieces on deck. I'm like, dude, I don't like end pieces that much and I don't like bread that much. But I mean, yeah, that's what people do. Some people repurpose it. So
Pancakes with bread. Never.
I
heard
saw. All right, the only reason why I know this is because I saw some guy. It's the dumbest TikTok in the world. He takes the bread, blends it up into like things to make it like pancakes, and then he takes the pancakes and blends it up again to make French toast and does this cycle twice.
Oh, I saw that.
And I was like, why would you do this? This makes no
I
sense.
saw the reactions to that. The guy's like, what the I mean, what the are you doing?
He said, what are you doing? He does it twice, not once. He does it twice. I'm like, why? What is the purpose of this? And then I literally, because of that, another video came up where a guy just used the ends for making French toast. I was like,
See, that's where I thought you were gonna go with that. Like I thought,
Yeah.
oh, he's gonna make it into French toast. No, I didn't think it was gonna be a pancake.
yeah.
And then a pancake into a French toast?
Yeah, this man was just crazy.
Yeah, it was funny because like people think the video's done when he makes the pancake. And then he just
keeps
throws it,
going.
like, in the blender and then he makes it again.
Way.
He's going, he's like, why did you do that?
I need to go see this TikTok. But
What
all right.
TikTok are you on?
I don't know, man. See that and that one Cupid song, he's playing too much, man.
So good.
I'm like,
What Cupid song?
I'm feeling lonely.
It's like,
I know what you're talking
I
about.
feel like I tuned that song out because I've heard it so much.
It's
It
so
plays.
good.
I want to throw my phone at the wall. I'm like, I was like, I am going to get off TikTok now. Like, this is ridiculous,
It's
man.
so good.
Y'all are on some
That,
other part of TikTok that I.
It's like when Sunroof was playing so much,
Oh
I had to
my
stop
goodness.
listening to that
What's
song.
sunroof?
Da, 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 that song.
Was that during the pandemic?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was
I
playing.
thought it was so cool because I listened. I put it in one of my artwork reels, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so cool! Like I got this first." And then all of a sudden, everyone is using it, and I'm like, "Oh man, they're not gonna watch my reel anymore. It's like overused."
No,
Yeah.
but shouldn't you? Wouldn't that make your put more exposure to your reels because it's a popular song?
I thought so. It didn't.
Did it?
No. But it was a cool song though. I still like it.
Okay.
I mean, it makes you happy. Like you listen
It
to
does
it,
make you happy.
especially when it's warm. You blast it. You literally drop the sunroof. You're like, ah,
I didn't know that's what it was called.
yeah.
Interesting. All right. Last question. Since you brought up pancakes and you brought up French toast, are you guys team pancakes, waffles, or French toast?
French toast.
French toast,
All the way.
Waffles.
waffles,
I'm a waffles guy now.
French toast.
French toast.
Wait. Question: am I making them myself, or am I just having? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't really
Waffles.
Which one you take?
Waffles. I'm
If-
taking
if-
waffles.
If you could only have one for the rest of your life,
I'm taking
French
waffles.
toast.
okay, Brandon,
French toast.
French toast. I think I'm French toast too.
Well, how would you rank them though? Like,
French toast, waffles, pancakes.
same.
Yes.
I'm the same.
I would just flip the top two, but they're like very close.
The only reason why I like the French toast because I like my stuff eggy.
Okay, that's fair.
I like my stuff eggy, and that thing is like soaked in there, and it's crispy.
Yeah.
I like 'em.
Not to get off topic, but have you seen the TikTok where the guy says to toast your bread before you make the French
I
toast?
saw
Yes.
that.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yes,
Too.
I think
So
that's
it's
actually
not, like,
smart.
soggy.
That's smart.
I want to try it.
You should. What you call it? Like they say that the best French toast is when you stale the bread a couple of days beforehand, so it gets really like it's
So there's
hard.
more of a like a texture to it.
Exactly, and so
Rather than like the soggy French toast.
exactly, and when it's harder, and then like you and you put it into the I guess the wet mixture, it absorbs more because it's more dehydrated, so it just pulls it in more.
More flavor.
Exactly. Like one of the things you could do is also you could throw the bread into the oven first and then get like warm it up and gets like nice and toast. Say basically same thing, toasting
Yeah.
it and then you soak it, and that way you get a nice little hard exterior. Then you just fry it again, and it's
Oh, I want French toast.
That's what Jesse and I did that during quarantine. We took challah bread and did that.
Oh.
I was
that?
making French toast here too.
Yeah.
With no, Cap'n Crunch.
Yes.
Cap'n Crunch French toast.
God, French toast is
Where
good.
did we have that? There was another place. Was it Blue Jam Cafe
Oh yes.
in LA?
yes.
French toast is
Their
crazy.
French, that sauce is so good.
Oh
We
my.
also
not
had
so
the
sweet.
we also had the French toast when we went to Moonrise that one year at Blue Moon Cafe
I've been.
when they had a
Yeah,
the
I've
Captain
been there.
Crunch
Those
ones.
big ass French toast.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes.
I
it was-
remember
it was
that.
nuts.
Yes,
And we
Captain
just
Crunch
stuffed our
French.
faces.
Oh my God, it was so good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing like a nice brunch meal after a big
Yep.
rave. Did you ever
Sustenance.
Did you end up going to
Yep.
Project Glow for Kygo last
Yep.
night?
Yep.
How was it?
It was really good.
Wait, did you go Z?
No, I was in New York. I came
Oh,
home
that's right,
like
that's right.
2 a.m. last night.
You actually went?
Yeah, my jaw's kind of hurt right now.
Too much going, man. Too much going.
Okay. Wait.
I woke up this morning. I was holding Brandon's mouth guard. I didn't know what I was holding.
Hey, you take this.
I had to make sure I
He just
used
spits
last
it
time.
out in the middle of the night because then it gets like hard to.
I don't spit it out. It just comes out when I sleep.
It's like your fucking dentures or something.
Wait, why would you hold it though?
Well, I was just turning. I was on his side because he already.
Wife duties.
Woke up.
Hold my
No,
guard.
I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what I was holding, but it was on my chest. I was like holding it like this. And I woke up and it was his mouth guard.
Hey, y'all made agreement to love every part of each other.
Even the mouth guard.
Saliva
Even the
included.
mouth guard.
Saliva
Oh
and
my
everything
God.
included.
That's so funny.
But dang, was it good though? Tight 0 to 10. Rated.
Definitely 20.
Dang.
He played hits. But
You love Kygo.
yeah.
Did it rain at all?
So it rained during the day, and then it stopped around 4 o'clock, and we went at like 6.
Oh.
So I mean, it was cold, but it was cool.
But it was
And they got it-
swampy.
Yeah, the bathroom area was so nasty.
Wait, do you be raving, Jesse?
Occasionally.
Not like you guys. Not as occasional as you guys. I mean, I go to sound check when there's a birthday. I go to Echo Stage when there's a birthday, but not as often as y'all.
That's fair.
I don't know if I could do a festival though, for real. Like,
Just once. Do it once.
like stresses me out thinking about it.
You just do it once, so when you're like a lot older and your body literally can't do it, you can be like, I did it.
You're right.
You know what I mean? It's like a
Next
bucket
time.
list item.
Next
I might
time.
start with like the local, like Project Glow, like you were talking about. But
Fair.
I'll let you guys know when that day comes.
Now you got to go big or go home. Z, was it your first festival, the big one?
Let's
It was
Coachella.
Moonrise. No, it was
Moonrise.
Was it Moonrise?
That was my first one. Very fun. Very memorable.
We've been to a lot of festivals, haven't we? We
Wait,
got EDC coming up.
that's true.
Wow.
Excited?
Wait, Z, did you go to the Sugar
Yeah,
concert?
New York.
I just saw it. Literally, you know what's weird? I was on Twitter and I was like, literally, oh my God, it's Jimin was trending just because someone
Yes.
got a video. So someone got a video of him stepping out of a car and they're like, oh my God, Jimin! And someone was like, dude, you can just hear this one voice shatter and then it sounds like a whole country of women just. I was like, oh my God, this man's Jesus Christ.
Was it good?
No, it was so good. It was so much better than I thought it was going to be, and I already thought it was going to be like really good.
Was it better than the previous BTS concerts you've been to?
It's different because it's only one member, but it was nice. I think people were so excited to see Jimin there because it's like nice to see them together.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the main topic for the day. We're gonna talk about long distance relationships. What do you guys think about them, as requested by Jessie here, female Jessie? She want to talk
It was
about.
an idea to talk about.
Let's talk about
That's
it.
a good idea.
What's y'all's opinion on it? We got, you said 6 years,
Yeah.
and then Z and Brandon, y'all were in a long distance relationship for how long?
2, 3.
Was it only 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think.
It was just college was our long distance.
So 2, 3. Okay. All right, ladies first. Which one you want to take the ball in this first?
Go ahead, Jesse.
I'm like trying to think of what it was. So what was your like? So what do I think of it?
Yes.
Overall, I mean, I think it's really hard. I think it's like the biggest test of any relationship to do long distance because you're really trusting whoever you're with. You don't know what they're doing. But obviously, like it takes a lot of trust. But from long distance, I think it really taught me to be independent.
Okay.
So there's all of these things. Like when I was at Tech and he had left already, and we were doing long distance, like I wouldn't have been like on the Filipino American Student Association board or whatever. I wouldn't have done like all of these little things. Like I wouldn't have been president or done all of that. But I had to fill my time while he was gone, so I did all of these things. So it's a good and bad thing.
Okay. But you,
I'm so sorry.
it's all good.
I mean, I feel like you have to have. I think long distance relationships can work, but you really have to have like a strong foundation. I don't know how people go into relationships like meeting and then knowing they live in different like states and then like trying to make that work. I think it's definitely a lot easier when you've been together and then you've like settled like a relationship and like you already have like you put time in already, and then for some reason for us it was obviously school. What's it called? If you're ever separated that way, I think it was like a lot easier that we already knew each other so well and we already had that trust. But obviously, it was still very hard because we did.
It's all good.
It was a test of our relationship, and I do think we came out stronger in the end. But it was very tough.
Okay. But basically, what I'm gathering, you guys are saying that it does like strengthen you guys in the end.
Yeah.
It makes you guys stronger
If it works out, yes.
if it works out. Keyword.
If you guys end up in the same place at the
Yeah,
end, yes.
but definitely there has to be effort from both sides and a lot of trust.
When you say effort, what do you guys mean? Like, what type of effort we talking?
Well, I know definitely being like open to communication, not open, but like having strong communication, which I think was the biggest thing for me. My biggest fault, I mean, like Brandon was great at that, but I don't like, for myself, I don't like talking on the phone. I don't like texting. So again, effort from my end would be making sure that I did have that communication with Brandon.
Yes. Wait, so if you said that like it was difficult because you don't like texting, you like talking on the phone, so it was like you had to put more effort into it.
Yes.
So you would rather talk to somebody in person.
Yes. I'm an in-person type of person.
Okay, so okay, I get what you're saying. What about you, Jesse?
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of effort. On my part, it was we Skype sleeped. So basically, we were on Skype like every night for the past like 5 years. For 5 years, we basically went to sleep on Skype, woke up to each other on Skype. Skype should have given us a sponsorship after all the time that we used it.
This was before FaceTime.
This was before FaceTime, and my brother and his girlfriend are actually long distance too. It runs in the family, I guess. But we just like we use Skype sleep. We use Skype all the time to communicate, and so that took away calling and texting half the time.
Wait,
Okay.
you said you all were Sky sleeping for 5 years?
Yeah, so like
Wait, where was you were at Tech and he was where?
I was at Tech. He was in Virginia Beach.
For 5 years.
Well, okay, so
Holy.
so 3 of them I was at Tech, and then I moved back to Nova for the other 3 years. Yeah,
So is he here now?
yeah. He lives in he's in Arlington now. We live together.
Okay.
It worked out.
Y'all live together?
Yeah, we live together.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
that's still wild to me that you guys like literally lay there looking at each other and fall asleep to
That's
each other.
what I'm saying.
I know that sounds so creepy, right?
Nah, it's kind of cute.
No,
man.
it's
It's
not.
adorable.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
not.
one of those like those Filipino movies where they're like, "Good night, babe," and then he's like, "Good night." Or actually, honestly, no, he wasn't like "Good night" or whatever. He was playing.
asleep.
He was playing League, and I was like, "Good night, okay, I'm going to sleep." And then he's over here like, "Okay, I'm gonna be 80 carry right now," and I'm like, "Yo, shut up! Like, I'm trying to sleep."
Yeah,
It
so-
was crazy.
You know, Lee can get kind of like volatile, and he'd be screaming. He ever like wake you up at night? Where he's like,
No,
"Oh,
so-
what's going on?"
He learned to like mute himself.
Oh,
But like we would still see each other, and then he would unmute himself when he was done with his games.
so you'd be sleeping
Yeah.
to the sound of him snoring in the background.
Yeah.
Dang.
That is so. That's like
We
a
used
K
to fall
drop.
asleep on the phone, like in high school,
Y'all do that too?
and then wake up, and it's time for school.
Call log 8 hours
8
long.
hours long.
Oh snap!
Wait, so you would fall asleep on the phone, and then you guys would just see each other like in
Well,
class?
no, we
at
didn't go to the
school?
same school in high school either. So I guess I was technically still long distance, even though it was just like 20 minutes away.
Wow.
But this was like pre him having a car.
Wait, so how often would you guys even see each other then?
When? In high school?
In high school, how long?
Our senior?
Our senior year? When we.
I guess when you didn't have a car.
How often did we see? So long ago.
Probably 3 times a week.
Dang.
No,
2?
no.
Yo, I was about to say, meet halfway.
0?
I bike 10 minutes, you bike 10 minutes.
Meet at the
I don't
mall.
remember. I don't remember. It wasn't that often though.
I don't have an answer.
So it sounds like at the very least you guys got used to not seeing each other like all the time.
Yeah.
Do you Jesse said that that you grow your independence. Do you think that happened to you as well? In long
Yeah.
distance, you got grew your independence, gave you like
Yeah.
the opportunity to spread your wings and fly a little bit.
I think so. I mean, obviously for him too. You need to start talking too. Obviously for him too.
I'm listening.
But yeah, like I mean, because we were long distance, we had our like separate group of friends, and so even now, I think it's nice that we do have like obviously we have our friends together, but then we also have our separate friends too. That way we're not too codependent on each other to like hang out or like have plans and stuff like that.
I feel that. I really like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you need separate friends
Same.
because if you have you're a couple in the same friend group, then you're gonna get tired of seeing each other.
Okay.
You're also gonna get like into arguments because you're like, you remember when this happened at the party? Well, I didn't like that or whatever. Or you just see them so much. And that's why like for me, I also like having like, football to be like, okay, babe, like you do your PT school stuff. I'll be at football. I'll be back. And he's like, okay, have fun. Don't get hurt.
Yeah, like have your own hobbies so you're not always doing everything together. I think that's a big part of a relationship, just in general, not like long distance, but
So you don't think that couples should be doing everything together?
no, I hope they don't.
You know, there's
I
some
mean, I
people
think
out
it
there.
makes it stronger if you don't.
Okay.
I mean, If you want to, you can. You can do whatever you want as a couple.
This is my take on that. Obviously, if you're in a couple and you guys are dating, you guys live together, you gotta have to talk about something, right? If you guys spend every waking moment of every waking day together and do everything together, what is it to talk about?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, how was your day when we went to the grocery store?
The same day as yours, dude. Like,
We're living the same life, guys. Relax.
Thoughts, Brandon?
I mean, I definitely agree with you guys, but I mean, for me, and Z can like attest to this. Like I just randomly talk, so I can just, I don't know, like even though I hang out with her like 24/7, I just have random things to talk about like at all times. But I mean, obviously, I'm not everybody, so I definitely agree. Like you shouldn't hang out with your significant other at all times because it does end up getting dry at some points. Because like you said, like what are you gonna talk about? Like you live on the same roof, like.
Okay.
You're definitely doing the same thing for like a couple hours of the day.
All right, ladies, let me ask you this. This is for research purposes, aka for me to learn. If you were talking to a woman, say in that type of situation, and you're just talking in general, and the conversation gets stale, everybody's been there, like you guys are talking about like the weather, okay, or something like that. I don't know. Like, should a guy just like end it? And just like, no, not like end it, but like just like end the conversation and just pick it up later after maybe some time has passed? Or should you try to force and continue the conversation?
What phase are you in? Are you guys like
Just
feeling each other
hypothetically, we'll say.
out? Are you guys
We'll
together?
We'll say feeling each other out first, and then we'll talk about when you're together. Do you know what I mean by that?
I mean, if it were me and I'm talking to the guy and he's asking me about the weather, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna come back to you.
So dead it. So dead the
So
conversation.
like I'll be like, take a break, come back, and have some things happen in your life, and then you can come back to me, and then we'll talk about other stuff. But if it's not like I value my time a lot, and if it's not bringing any like worth to my time, I'm not gonna want to talk to that person or whatever.
Okay.
Going back to me not liking to text. If we're texting about the weather, I'd rather just us end that conversation and then pick it up later on about something else.
Let some time pass.
Yeah.
A couple days.
Yeah.
All right.
But I feel like if you're in a talking phase, I feel like you both should be like so excited about like, I don't know, everything that it shouldn't ever get boring. Like so early on, you know?
I'm gonna just say, explaining what you're saying, it makes a lot of sense now because like in long distance relationships that I've dealt with, yeah, you're right. You're like so excited, but then after some time, you're like just like forcing a conversation, and it just kills it. It like kills all form of attraction. You're like, dude, like what am I even talking about? Like, so what are you up to? I just told you like 5 minutes ago what I'm up to. Like that, it goes both ways. And now I'm like hindsight, I'm like, yeah, that was dumb, but. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, but I never did the Skype thing. Oh, that's a great idea. Now we got Discord, so that works too.
Discord, Skype, FaceTime. You guys have the technology to do it these days. Like long distance can work.
Yeah.
Okay.
With technology. If we didn't have Skype, I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know if we'd be here.
I got VR now.
Yo, God.
Whoa.
That is on another level.
Can you VR like phone calls?
I mean, they got VR other stuff, so I'm sure they can do VR. I was talking about work, man. They let you VR into work. What are you guys thinking about?
Wait, is that really a thing? Can you actually VR into work?
Yeah, the MetaMask.
Oh, I did not know that.
Man, what y'all thinking about?
It is the
Talking about
Corn.
It is. I've seen the commercial for the Meta mask, and it's pretty hype.
Look at
With a
y'all.
mask?
Look at y'all minds all up in the gutter.
Like you have to create something, or am I getting that right? Like if you have to create something, you'll create this world for you to help you do your job or whatever, using the Meta mask.
Interesting.
I don't know. I have to do these things for my job just to keep up.
It's tight.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like Ready Player One is like slowly gonna happen.
Oh yeah, it is like Ready Player One. They took it as
really
the
like them.
inspo for this.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, I guess I should chime in and tell you guys my long distance relationship experience
You had a long distance relationship?
many years ago.
This is what you mean by being private. I didn't even know.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody knows.
I didn't know.
Yeah, me and Jesse were just talking about this like before like all y'all got here. How like I'm like really private. Like I just disappear off the face of the planet, and there's a lot of stuff that people don't even know about. Yes, I was in a long distance relationship for I think like 6 or 7 months.
You've had a couple, Jesse.
This was recently?
No, this was not recently. Man,
Jesse, you've technically had 2 long distance relationships.
Calling you out.
have I?
Yeah, technically it's 2.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I have. First ex member, I graduated and she was still in college and I was here.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you guys are success stories about like long distance relationship working. I'm probably the failure story on long distance relationships failing. Because the first one failed, part of it my fault is because I'm kind of like Yuzi. I suck at communication.
Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to change that now and be more proactive about it because communication is key. He said long distance relationships all about communication, and at that time, holy crap, that was 10 years ago.
It's okay, man.
No, I'm just thinking about
I
it.
know.
That was 10 years ago
I
when I was
know.
in my first long distance relationship, and but see the thing is that I'm like very. I might be too loose in the past. I've been told where I'm so loose to the point where people think I don't care.
I think that's my problem too.
Right? And so like there was in my first long distance experience, she got kind of close with another guy and I didn't care. I knew what was going on. I'm not stupid. I knew what was going on, but I was kind of turned a blind eye to it. Me and her straight, by the way, we cool. So I can say the story. But
I was like,
No names. No names. No
hey, if you
names.
listening, we cool. I'm just giving an example, but yeah, like we cool, and like it was my fault because I know that at the end of the day, I did not put in the effort to stay in communication with her and communicate in the way that she probably needed at the time. Right? I was, mind you, I was also like starting off my career and everything, and I was really invested in my thing because I was scared to get fired. Like no cap, I was scared to get fired. So I was putting in work, and on top of that, I was just like I didn't even party for the first year I moved to the Nova. Like I never went to no clubs, never went to bars, nothing. All I did was just go to the gym, go back home and work, and stay in my 1-bedroom apartment by myself.
I mean, it is a different world when you graduate, and you're
Yeah.
like, you know that saying where they're like, people hate you when you're 23 because or 22 or whatever. I don't know. I've heard it, and it's just like you're just so focused on your career. It's such a different world than college. That whatever's happened in college already, that you're just like, oh, whatever. I graduated already. I'm good.
True.
But it's way different lifestyle. So that's really hard on your relationship to making it long distance.
Granted, I would also admit that, like, in that relationship, hindsight, like 2020, looking back, I probably wasn't in the best place to be in a relationship at that time either. So that's probably why I did not put myself in a position to want to communicate because I was not invested emotionally at the time. I cared about her, but I guess that, like, I was already like checked out, you know?
Yeah, that's like a recipe for
Yeah. And
a breakup.
Yeah, and then, like, my love language is QT. So, like, I need that, like, interaction, that face-to-face interaction. And not having that kind of makes me like lose interest. Yeah. But I will say the second time I had a long distance relationship, I think it actually worked and it didn't work at the same time.
Okay.
Right? It was with my second ex. When she we were on opposite sides of the globe. I was here
wow.
and she was in Korea.
That's long distance.
That's
That
super
is
long
very
distance.
long distance.
That's like
Yeah.
I can't drive
That's like
to
different
you.
time zones, long
Yeah.
distance.
It was different times. So if
Hey, you got no Skype sleeping for
was-
that.
I think that was like 8 years. Dang, it was so long. Almost 10 years ago as well. So like, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly, I think that we would talk when I got up or when I'm about to go to sleep, she's getting up. And when I'm getting up, she's about to go to sleep.
Dang.
I think I remember that correctly. And so communication in that way was even more difficult.
I bet.
I think we texted a lot, but I had my issue at that time was also I was notorious for not talking at all for a week.
Oh, that's hard on her. She's gonna be like, "Where is he? Is he alive? Is he breathing?"
Yeah. It definitely it was definitely an issue because, like I said, I was a terrible communicator. Like if we was dating, right? If he was Jesse Squared, right? I would talk to you like Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday to Friday. You ain't gonna hear from me.
Oh my goodness! I don't know if I can do that.
I know.
No.
I'm not that bad.
Yeah, I was terrible. I know this. I was bad, wasn't I?
Yeah, I was like the punching bag for it. What the fuck?
Jay was the punching bag. He got the brunt force because you know how we said this before. You know how like females, y'all have a secret way of trying. If you want to say something to your significant other that you don't want to say directly, you'll say it to their friends, knowing you'll go back to them. Am I right?
I guess.
You don't know. You don't do it. You don't might not do it intentionally, but y'all do it intentionally. Like y'all do it unintentionally.
Like you're
intentionally.
hoping that it gets back
Yes.
to your significant other.
You're planting the seed.
So they come back to you and you're
You
like,
plant the seed.
Yeah.
the significant other's like, so we need to talk about some things, or
You're like, oh,
Do we? I heard you said this. But nah, that was my, like I said, I realized that was so bad on me. I've learned my ways. Okay? I will never do that ish ever again. But yes, and I think it got so bad to the point where coincidentally, somebody in my family passed away at the same time, and it kind of gave me an excuse to kind of complete detach, and we didn't talk for like a month.
and she came back to you after that, or
Yeah,
They dated a little bit longer after that.
like
Wow.
a year and some change after. But the thing was that I was already like I said, I was already really bad in that aspect. But then on top of that, I was, because someone in my family passed away. I kind of just wanted to, and it was something significant in my life. You know, Jay, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I just say it's my grandpa. My grandpa passed away, and at that time, like Chinese funerals are crazy, man. They do so much stuff.
It's like a 3-day event.
Yeah, it's like so many things. It's just crazy, and it's just like I just needed some time to just detach, because it was actually the first time in my life, I think I experienced like true death within someone that I was really close with. So emotionally, I had to kind of detach, and I kind of also, but I was transparent. I told her, I said, hey, listen, this happened. I need some time to just
oh, it
At
makes
least,
sense.
yeah. At least you
I didn't just go
talked
ghost.
about it. Yeah.
I didn't go ghost. No, I didn't go. I told her, I said, listen, I need some time to just detach. I'm not doing anything. I'm not trying to canoodle or do something or be no funny business.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm loyal.
Yeah. But no, but it gave me some time to just detach, but like I said, honestly, I shouldn't have. But I will say though, one thing that I think that when it comes to long distance relationships, I think that there's a saying out there, and I think it is so freaking true. And it's distance makes the heart fonder.
Mm-hmm.
You heard
That's
that?
true.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy that in your guys' experience, you guys kind of did a good job working through the difficulties, because in the long distance relationships that I did, I swear they did not have the same thing. Like my first long distance relationship, I think I was low key spoiled because she got free flights to me. So she got free flights to me. She gets a free flight. It's it's a 30-minute flight for her to fly down to see me, right? So then I kind of took that for granted. Then once we went back to school together, I was like, oh whatever. You kind of get used to it, and you're like, oh dang. And then her thing was you just don't make an effort for me, and it just ended. Because you just took that shit for granted, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I did the opposite, which y'all probably did. Okay, I'm gonna take it and learn off it. I did the complete 360. The 180, not 360. 360 is back in place. 180, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna show so much affection, so much love, and love bomb the hell out of this, and suffocate someone. I'm like, and now because I thought about this very recently, just thinking about it, I'm like, dang, I did a complete 180 and overcorrected. And after that, I overcorrected again.
You can't find the balance.
To the opposite 180. I went from I take everything for granted. I'm just push them away, and then I went, okay, no, love bombing, and now I'm back to I just push everything away. I'm like, yo, I need to go back to the middle somehow. I'm living on these extremes. So I mean, How the heck do y'all like think about just be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't go too far on the deep end. Is that just communication?
I think so. It's communication, right?
Yeah.
Communication and time. I don't. How long have you guys been together?
Now,
Yeah, at this point.
Eternity.
13 years in August.
Oh, okay. Because I figured because you
Yeah.
said high school, and I was like, okay, so that should be.
Yeah.
Like, yep. And I know y'all older than me, so that must be like
Hey,
a
I'm not
couple
that much
years.
older.
But yeah, because we're 9 years now, so like I feel like that's communication and time.
Yeah.
Too, because you kind of understand their strengths and weaknesses at some point, so you're just like, okay, pick your battles.
Yeah. And there's a lot of compromise too.
Yeah.
With long distance
Compromise?
relationships. Like he knew like I'm not a good texter or whatever, talker, but obviously we both wanted to make the relationship work, so I had to get better at it. Why are you laughing? We got into so many fights about it. And that's what sucks about like long distance relationships. When you get into a fight, there's no like getting together and like making up. Like you have to talk things out, and that's how you have to come to an agreement or a compromise, because there's no like, it's easier like to make up obviously when you can like touch each other and whatnot. But if all you have is like talking, I feel like you learn how to work with each other.
Brandon, how'd you compromise?
How did
Z's
I compromise?
Yeah, Z was talking about how she compromised. How did you compromise?
He had to be okay with me not texting 24/7.
Yeah, but the thing was, little does anybody know, we actually broke up in a very bad breakup. And it was
talk about
basically over communication. Like for me, like I guess my love language is quality time.
You
And
can't have that. Oh,
Our quality time was phone
Talking.
calls, text messages, and things like that. Obviously, can't really see each other. And I mean, for me, like it was definitely like me bringing it up to her, like, yo, like you're not talking to me you're basically not talking to me. So it's like, am I losing interest? Like, are we not on the same page? And in the end, we broke up, and I guess we went our separate ways. And for me personally, I thought like it was over. But luckily, it was the end of me going to college. And so I think it was like summer break, like whatever. I got home. And at this point, we hadn't talked in like a month. And then I don't know how it happened, but we hung out again. And then we eventually got back together. But for me, like nowadays, I look back on it and I hear people have the same issues, like, oh, like this person's not texting me at this, this person's not talking to me, and people get in arguments. I'm like, oh shit, like that happened to me. And like me now, I'm a lot more lax, and she can like talk about it, but we don't text ever. We live in the same house, which is cool.
there's no reason to text.
Yeah.
Unless we're like when I was, even when I was in New York, I don't know. I check in, but I don't like having like communication or like conversations through text messages.
When you say check in, what do you mean by check in?
Be like, I don't know, like I miss you.
Oh, babe, I miss you.
Like, what are you doing? Oh, this is what I'm doing. Okay, cool, we're good.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
good.
You alive?
You're alive. Do you need me right now? Do you need to talk to me about something? Okay, we're
Is
good.
it like, did you make it home safe?
Yeah.
Are you?
Is that how it is for you
that.
too?
Yeah, it's really how it is. Or it's like, I'm here, come outside. Like, I'm not coming upstairs. Like, we gotta go. It's just to let you know what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who broke the ice when you in that 1 month?
Okay, so I was the one that brought up the breakup because it got to a point where we were arguing so much. So I don't know. Would you say that we made it through a long distance relationship? I don't know.
I mean, if you guys got back together, then yes. Because what doesn't kill y'all make y'all stronger.
True. Yeah. Well, I was the one that initiated the breakup, but I was also the one that initiated the talking again.
Oh, were you sweating when you hit him
I
off?
honestly don't know.
Oh my God. Is he gonna hate me?
I remember too. I was getting ready for work. I worked at Sephora at the time. I was getting ready for work, and I was like, let me just text Brandon. And I think you said you were drinking or you were with other people, and then you were like, what the fuck? Like, Z just texted me. And then we talked on the phone that night, and then from then on we started talking again. And it was like when he was finishing his summer semester, right?
I think so.
And then you came back, and then the rest is history.
I remember seeing the Snap story. I said, "Hey, yo, what?"
And Brandon like a joke because I was the one
Yeah.
who took the photo and posted it on his Snap. Brandon was like, "You're claiming me again."
I remember I was like, hey, yo. He's like, hey, yeah. We just started talking. I was like, word.
She didn't even tell me. She just like took my phone, snapped it, and I was just like, "What is
God.
this?"
You know
She
what
was
she
a
was
psycho.
doing? She was marking her territory.
For sure.
That's right.
Anyway,
Hey, I remember.
Let's talk about that.
I remember the breakup. I remember that.
it was
Because
bad.
Brandon
It
lived
was
down the
bad.
street from me.
It was bad.
It's
That was
cool.
bad.
I just remember we got swammered that night. That's all. We got slammed that night.
I remember crying my eyes out and then going back in and just chugging drinks.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Oh, we went back. Went back into like we went back into my house afterwards, and I think we went down the street to Gold Star. And we're slamming those freaking pitchers. We were like. Just kept drinking them, and I was like, dude, the next day we blacked. And I just remember the next month, we just went ham. I think I went to Gold Star every freaking Thursday with Brandon. Every Thursday, man.
That was to drown out my sorrows, bro.
Damn, you a good friend.
Hey, man.
For doing that.
Of course. He lived down the street, man. What else am I going to do? Like, yeah, nah, man, I'm not trying to deal with your problems. Like, nah, whatever.
We'll go to Ghost.
We walk into Gold Star, man. Literally walked over.
Did you and Carla ever have like a moment where you guys like kind of like separated temporarily?
Yeah, actually, like when we first started dating, we didn't know if we were gonna be in a relationship or not, and you know how Filipinos talk, they talk in the organizations, like it spread, and it was just, we were like, oh man, maybe we shouldn't be together, so we broke up for a little bit, and then we ended up getting back together a month later, like you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was just
I
like,
wonder if it's common.
Wait.
yeah, it's like we gotta go through the breakup to realize that maybe we should be
Yeah.
together.
Like you realize how
Yeah.
much that person means to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, it was like, whatever. We had our single experience, I guess, in that 1 month that we were broken up. But then, like, for me, I think the reason why I like started talking to him again was because I missed him. And I realized that he's the one for me.
Okay, so Z, did you initiate your reconnection back with Carlo?
Man, it was so long ago. I think it was.
Jimmy Neutron blame
All right,
Come
so
on
basically
now.
what I'm getting here is just the women will always reach out
I'm
first.
pretty sure it was me because I was just like, I have something of yours like here, and we're like passing each other on the bus. We're passing each other on the. I was just like, you know what, we're gonna have to see each other and in Vasa. So I was just like, okay, let's just like hash this out. We're gonna see each other. Let's just be cool. And then by the time we were like be cool, we were like, oh, you know what, this could work again. Like we'll work it out.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. So go back to the thing. Distance does make the heart fonder.
Yeah.
Because I am 100% in agreement because that's when I went to Korea, was basically go see her.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, because we were in that long distance relationship, I think it was like a month. I didn't see her for maybe, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months. And then even though I was not talking to her like that, all right, I did miss her a lot. And I will say, you guys can tell me if you guys have the same sensation. That first moment when you see that person after like months of not seeing that person, it's like you get like overwhelmed with emotions.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's like palpable. Like, you can like feel it.
yeah, and then like that, and then just leading up to, you can feel yourself like, oh my god, you're getting your hands are getting clammy, like, oh my god, I'm
You
about to
get
see
really
this person
anxious,
again.
like-
Yeah.
I would drive from Tech to Virginia Beach, and I would it's a 5-hour drive, and I would just feel myself getting more anxious as
Yeah.
like every exit would come, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm almost there, like I'm gonna see you, and all of that, and you feel it.
Okay.
It's so exciting.
That's love right there.
And you feel like you're, yeah.
I remember one time, I think it was like really early on when I went to JMU. I surprised her. Didn't tell her I was coming or anything. Like, I think my excuse was like, yo, like I have a job interview, but like at JMU. And then I think, was I on FaceTime? Did we have FaceTime by then?
Yeah, we did.
We had FaceTime by then. And so like at her old like at her parents' house, at her old townhouse. There's this like parking like situation, and then I FaceTimed her. I was like, "Yo, I'm about to go into my interview," and then I like kind of like flipped the camera. And I was like, "Yo, does this shit look familiar to you?" And then she was like, she started freaking out. And I was like, yeah. And then I started walking towards her house. And then she's like bawling her eyes out. I don't think I've ever seen her cry that hard in my life.
My mom was so upset, like not upset. She was so confused. Like, she was like, "What the hell? Like, what's wrong? Like, what's happening?" But yeah, no, I remember that. I was so excited because it had been like months before then that we had seen each other.
Yeah.
That's a really nice surprise. So this was from JMU to Nova. So you drove from JMU. Gotcha.
Wait, so how you said it was months? So like, that before seeing him at your house that time, it was like a couple months.
That we hadn't seen each other.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, because I was busy. I was in nursing school.
Yeah.
You had your other stuff. I don't know what you were doing, but yeah.
So your distance was JMU to Nova, sort of.
Is that 2-3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was high school. We didn't go to the same school, so I guess that's technically a little long distance. And then I went to Tech actually right after high school, and he was still here in Nova, so that was that. And then we actually went to I think Nova Community College for like a semester or so. Yep. And then he went to JMU, and I stayed at Nova to go to Mason.
Wait, Brandon, did you ever think about going to Tech or going to Mason? Or are you like, nah, I'm going to JMU 100%?
At first, I thought I was going to go to Tech just to be with her. But then obviously, like, she had transferred and we like talked about it. And then I was like, F it, I'm going to go to JMU.
Okay.
I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Leaving mother nest.
You know how like there are some type of like married couples who basically they live on completely different places? Have you heard about that?
What?
There's like some like
like Jamie Chung, or that's just an example, but there's an actress that lives in LA and her husband lives in New York.
yeah.
And they see each other every so often, but they have kids together now, so I don't understand how that works. But yeah, I've heard.
You know what I'm talking about, right? So like it's like even though you're married, you live in two separate places. Do you think you guys could do that?
No.
No.
What if hypothetically say, so like I think that the situation usually is that it's like work related. Like an example is the wife stays at home, the husband is deployed overseas, so she don't see him for like 6 months.
I think it's different if you don't have a choice, but if you're choosing to live not together, I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
that's just me.
That's I'm saying
like obviously, like if he's deployed, he doesn't have a choice. Like he has to be away from home.
Or like if you did, so you say you do nursing, so like
if I did travel nursing,
yeah, if you did a travel nurse,
yeah,
and you decided like, hey, peace, Brandon.
If it was like temporarily, again, if it was if we didn't have a choice, I think we can make that work. But if we're choosing to live in two different like areas, I think that's kind of, I wouldn't do that.
Like, okay, I got an example. Brandon is working, and then you get, since you're a nurse, you get a once in a lifetime opportunity. Right, once in a bag, like a travel nurse assignment, and like all expense, like they paying for everything, and it's in Korea.
Okay.
All right. You get to go to Korea for say 6 months, just 6 months, and you know what? We'll make it spicy. Let's say a year.
Okay.
All right. You get to work in Korea, and it's opposite opportunity of a lifetime, and it's whatever you make here. We'll say you make double that ish.
Okay.
All right. Are you doing it?
I'll have to talk to Brandon.
If Brandon was okay with it, Brandon, would you be okay with it? Well, let's just say in this situation, Brandon's okay with this. So you have the green light to go. Do you think that you could do it?
Again, if we came to that position that we were okay with it, then yeah, I would go. If I'm making double what I'm making now,
yeah,
I'm
making it spicy.
It's for us in the long run.
It's for her, not for me. Where's my fun?
But I'll be working.
Brandon's about to put it on the flip side. Like, all right, send me somewhere nice, bro.
Yeah. In this situation, send me somewhere nice, Jesse.
Send me somewhere tight.
He said this is
but
not
again,
fair.
like that's temporary. Like, what do you like? You know, that's a year. It's not forever.
I know, but I'm saying like hypothetically, if you could do it, because like there's some people like they spend years like that, like separate. Did you just watch that? Y'all watch Bling Empire?
Yeah.
The other New York one where with the designer lady. Apparently, I think that like
Oh yeah.
remember?
Okay, so her husband was living in London, and she was living in New York.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I thought that was weird.
Did you watch Bling Empire, the new one? Well, basically one of the designers, she's like some renowned designer, I think, and she like lives in New York, and her husband worked in London.
Yeah,
In London.
Oh, sorry.
And then in the end, he decided to move to LA.
Instead of New York.
Yeah, because he got a new job opportunity.
I think. Do you think that depends on what someone's, I guess you could call it like attachment style or like their love language? Like if your love language is quality time, that's gonna be very hard.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. But if you're extremely independent, you guys are both extremely independent, then you're like, no, there's the few moments that you see each other is all you need.
You really want to take it there to attachment styles.
Because I was saying like this. Remember how I said like before I did like the 180s and stuff like that? I feel like over time that stuff changes.
Yes, your attachment style changes over time.
So like when you're young, I'm gonna use us as an example.
Okay.
All right, because we have similar upbringings, right? When you're young and you haven't had like a relationship like that, you literally hold on to it like it's not like
You're super anxious.
it's like, oh my God, don't leave me.
But I think
Right? But then over time, as you've matured, as you've experienced more of the world and all those things, and you meet more people, you become more and more and more and more and more and more secure. So you're like, I don't need to hold on to this for dear life. It's not gonna fly away from me.
I can see that.
So like how old these people are in Bling Empire? Like in their 40s?
Yeah.
All right, if they're in their 40s, right, they're like, bruh, I've been through this. They're probably like, yo, I've been through clinging on to things for dear life. I've been through the ups and downs. They're like, dude, if this person's been with me longer, like I like you too. I'm sure if you guys were like in your 40s and 50s and stuff like that, and something like that happened, you're like, they've been together for 30 some years at that point. They're like, come on, it's been 30 years. It's different.
I guess that's how people like actors and actresses, they do their different like projects in
Yes.
different places, like Will and Jada. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a terrible.
That's a good example.
That's a terrible.
But like, why was that the first? I don't know why. The
You
first
about to get
season
smacked.
couple, not them.
So entanglement action open here.
Not the best example, but like actors and actresses that do that and they live in different places, they make it work because they're older.
Yeah.
So I'll put this into perspective. I did not talk to Z about this. So, like going back to your scenario, where if she were to go to Korea and do whatever her work job, it would be tough. It would be really, really tough. But if she really wanted to do it, I would let her do it. The downside of it is, this is like from like recent experience. I don't know how it would go, but essentially, like recently, Z had to work night shifts for like a week or 2 weeks. It was bad for me, but it wasn't like, oh, like I'm gonna break up with you or I'm gonna have a talk with you. Essentially, like if she goes to Korea, we're gonna be in different time zones. My love language is quality time. When she was doing night shifts, when I would go to sleep, she would be at work. When she would come home, I'd be waking up. And so, like, throughout the day, like, obviously I had work and stuff. But, like, when I got off work, she was going back to work. On her days off, she would sleep till, like, 4 or 5 o'clock. And so for me, like, during that 2 weeks, it was just, like, me at the house by myself. And, like, when we would hang out, she'd be tired, not really, like, responsive. And so for me, like, just thinking about it, like, there would just be no quality time during, like, that 1 year period. And so, like, obviously we're married, and I know she's, like, this is what she wanted to do. I would respect that. It would just be, I feel like it would be kind of tough, but I think we'd, like, adjust to it in time. Obviously, I feel like the first couple months would be, like, bad. Because essentially, like, first, it would just be me and Appa at home. No communication with her. Like we're literally on different, like, sleep schedules. I don't know. Like I said, I think it would work out in the end. But at the same time, it'd definitely be rough.
Realistically, I don't think I would ever take a job where Brandon wasn't with me. Like, if I had to move somewhere, if he had to go somewhere for a job, I think together, like, we would have probably came to the same conclusion that we wouldn't take it.
Okay.
Unless for some reason, like I was saying, like if I went into travel nursing, everything's paid for. Like we get stipends for like, what's it called, for housing, to like move there, blah, blah, blah. And since Brandon works from home, he could probably just come with me. But again, the main reason why I didn't go into travel nursing was because I didn't want to leave him. Like we had,
To each their own. So some people can do it, but like for you guys specific, it would not. Like you wouldn't want to do that.
No, I don't think so.
Technically,
We've been through the long distance thing.
That's good.
Obviously, we had problems with it.
It made y'all stronger at the end because y'all
It
still
did.
together.
No, it did. And obviously now we're more secure. Like we're married. So, I think if we really wanted to, we could make it work. But I don't think we would put ourselves through that.
Okay. Let me ask you guys this: how much do you think trust is tested when you guys do long distance relationship?
How much do you think?
How much do you think is trust is?
Like to its maximum.
Yeah, literally to its max.
Max, essentially. Like we're both, Carlo and I were both going out, obviously to the bars or whatever, and he and I know that we wouldn't do anything. But obviously they're not going to respond to you while they're drinking with their friend, or like their friends or whatever. So you're just like, okay, I hope you don't cheat on me. Like we're good.
slide that in there.
Just have some fun, but don't cheat on me. Stuff like that. It's really, it's pretty hard. For me, it was really hard because he's friends with like all of these girls. And so he's mostly friends with girls. So it was like new to me because I was just like, oh my gosh, like, why do you have to have girls that are friends that are girls all the time? And he's just like, that I just vibe with them. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. You don't have
This one right here.
You don't have guy friends? Like, you don't want to, bro out with other people? Like, and he's just like, no, I just got along with them. I'm like, all right. And so over the years, like, I've really understood that, hey, if it's a girl that's a friend, like, there must be, like, a redeeming quality about her. So that I get to meet her eventually and we'll work it out.
Do you always ask to meet the girl, or you expect your mans to be like, hey, yo, this is my friend,
This is my friend.
this is my friend Becky.
No, like I'll eventually, like, I don't be like, let me meet this girl right now on the dot. Like we're gonna hang out, and no, it's nothing like that. It's just like I'll probably meet her eventually, but he will always just be like, she's my friend. I just made a new friend in PT school because in PT school there's like so many girls there, and they've actually all been really nice to me. So it's worked out. But it was just one of those weird things where it was like, you have so many friends that are girls. I'm a little intimidated.
I have a question. I'm gonna come back to.
I know the question too. That's the first thing I thought of. It's the first thing I thought of when you asked that.
Just ask it, Jesse.
No, if you think, you go ask it if you think you know what the question is.
What, can guys and girls be friends?
No, that's not what I'm gonna
Oh, that's the first thing I thought of.
I was like, dude, that's the only
I thought
question.
you had another podcast with that already.
We did, but what you call it? That was not the question. But do you think yes or no? Can guys and girls be friends?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because
Okay.
I mean, like, I have a lot of like guy friends on the like football teams that I play with, and he's cool with it. So we're surrounded by the opposite sex like all the time. So I think we've just gotten into a routine. Like we're good.
Okay,
About it. Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Goals, y'all got goals.
You just
Y'all
have
goals
to
too.
you just have to get over that little hump where it's just like you're surrounded by girls all the time. This is kind of weird. Like,
Yeah.
why is your best friend a girl? Like, where's the dude? Or it was just like when I was younger, and I was just like, when I was just like, starting, like when you're in college and you just have these like little insecurities about yourself. I had insecurities, and I was just like, why? But now I understand. We're good now.
Z, Brandon.
Same. Brandon has a lot of girlfriends, and I'm like, obviously, like I would meet them whenever I would visit Jamie, when you could see like, and always like you can't help but think in the back of your mind like, is there something going on? Like, how do they interact and blah blah blah. But like once you meet them and you see how they like, what's it called? How they interact with the other like girlfriends, like it's not anything to be like threatened by.
Okay.
But definitely like your first question was it?
Brandon's like, what?
I have a lot of girlfriends.
Yes, you do.
Are you sure?
Yes,
That was
especially,
Carlos' same
sorry,
reaction.
Especially in Jamie, you had a lot of girlfriends. Obviously, you had guy friends too.
To be fair, JMU, there's more girls than guys. I mean, like,
I've seen the stats for that. Yep.
it's like 60 40, 65 35 now.
It is.
It's a
like-
lot
Oh,
of.
is it really?
It's 65
I
35.
think it's majority. I think it's how it is like overall in colleges. More girls go to colleges than guys.
Tech is the anomaly where it's 55 guys, 45 girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's so many dudes at
There's a
Tech.
lot of dudes at Tech.
It's the military thing.
Oh, true.
The
Yeah.
military thing.
Yeah.
Okay. My question was, this is kind of off topic, but like it kind of like surrounds the whole like I guess girl and guy thing. All right, if your man's has like a whole bunch of girlfriends, right? This is hypothetical, purely hypothetical. Okay.
I guess it's not hypothetical for us because our men do.
It might be hype. It might be hype. It might have happened before. I'm just very curious. Has there ever been an instance where like, say that your man's had a female friend and they was openly flirting with the guy, and then you saw it, but the guys didn't see it? Because as guys, sometimes if a girl is flirting with us, we don't know.
That's true.
You know, like honestly, like
I
sometimes.
guess that can go both ways too.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
you're right.
both ways.
Right? Because like sometimes someone may be flirting with you, but you honestly don't know. Has there ever been an instance where like, you know, you saw like you said, both of y'all say your man's got like hella female friends. Have you ever like run into a situation where a girl is like openly flirting with them? Like, dude, she was flirting with you. Like, what's going on?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess, like, I guess we're like at a club or whatever, and this girl is like just trying to talk to Carla, and I was like, boy, she thinks you're cute. Like, we'd be joking around about it, but then at the end of the day, it's like we've been together for so long that it's like it's not gonna faze me. But if we had just started our relationship, I would have been a different person about it. Like, I would have been like, okay, get off my man, like get away from him. But since we've been together for so long, like we joke around with each other, and he'll come home from PT school and he'll be like, a girl touched my butt today because she had to like assess it, and I was like, okay, did you find out that it was fat? Like like stuff like that. Like, it'd be like if we can joke around about it, but like being comfortable with the opposite sex now is just joking around about it, not being as like insecure.
Okay.
Okay.
But cheesy. Brandon?
I can only think of like one instance where I think I did get mad or like upset. It was at a party. I was visiting JMU, and I don't know if you remember. You probably
I know.
And this was before I met the girl. I knew who she was, and like she like went up to Brandon. Like, we arrived at the party, she like gave him a kiss on the cheek, and I was like, what the hell just happened? I don't want to say names. And then you were like, no, that's how she is. Like, that's how she like blah blah blah.
You can whisper in my ear. I don't remember.
Not right now. It was I forgot which party it was. I think it might have been. It was Halloween, or maybe Valentine's. It was Valentine's Day. At it was
Worse.
at Tim's department.
It doesn't ring a
And
bell.
she gave you a kiss on the cheek.
I don't know.
I think so.
I'll never remember this.
Or
You thinking of somebody else?
no, I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I thought it was.
I like the story. Keep going.
I was like, what was that? And you're like, no, like that's like she was just saying hi. Like, that's how she greets people or whatever. And she was daring people to like. She dared me to take a shot from your belly button. You don't remember this?
No.
You're probably blocked out.
I remember that Halloween. No,
I think it was Valentine's Day.
it was something. It was a glow in the dark. It was like
It was
a
glow in the
neon.
dark,
It was
yeah,
neon
it was
party. I remember that,
neon.
and the ceiling was all these like freaking cobwebs or
I
something like
remember
that.
it, yes.
Holy
You
crap!
remember this?
I remember that. I don't.
And
I
then
do
another
remember
part.
that. I do remember someone was trying to get you to take a shot out of his belly button.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that. We're fighting right now. I'm pretty sure.
I don't
Unless
remember.
I was also really drunk, but I think that was like the only time where I was like, what the hell?
Everyone was drunk that night. That's funny.
I remember.
I don't remember.
It's okay. We're cool. I love her.
Hey.
That's growth right there. Like,
That's good.
Yeah.
Because
because I mean, if I had seen the same thing in college, I would have been like, all right, no.
And I was like, this was before I met her too.
You about to tear that
No,
down.
this girl better leave. Like, hold my ear.
Am I making this up? I don't think I am.
on TikTok, I saw something like that. They were like, or it was a reel or something like that. They were like, all right, in a relation, and when you're early on in a relationship, and another girl tells a joke, are you not allowed to laugh at it?
No, that's insecurity.
Some guy was like, "Nah, I ain't laughing at shit." I'm just like, he's like, she could be like the male Kevin Hart. I'm just like, what? No, she's tripping. This is not funny. But hey, at least y'all like, who cares? You're like, I've been laughing too.
That dude
Yeah.
doesn't want to die.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh my gosh. That's another level. I could never be like that.
They're probably a lot younger too. They're probably like in their early 20s or something like that.
I don't know. The younger generation is wild. Younger generation is wild. I recently went back to JMU for my Big's wedding, and I met with like the actives in my, they're like 22, 23. They on some other type of energy.
That probably was us before.
Nah, they are different. Like they're on a whole level, like whole another level of different.
No, I agree. My brother's at JMU right now. He's a senior. And I can't hold a conversation with him and without losing some brain cells sometimes because I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Wait,
like,
are you giving
Yes.
something vibes?
you're giving this.
How are the
you're
vibes?
giving this. And I'm just like, I'm not giving anything. You better hold this conversation up or we're done talking. Like,
In a good way. I'll say it's in a good way. Like they're on a whole different level of energy in a good way. I don't know. I'm like, dude, that was definitely not me when I was 10 years ago. But sheesh. But all right. Last question of the night. We're gonna end it. Something spicy. Why'd you give that look for?
I know, like you saved this for last. It must be good.
What do you guys think it is?
I have no idea.
Take a guess.
I have no clue.
I'll be the first. I'll ask it and I'll answer first to make
Okay.
you uncomfortable.
Okay.
Uncomfortable?
To make us more comfortable.
It might make you uncomfortable.
Oh, he
This.
said comfortable. I said uncomfortable.
All right. Is phone or virtual? You know what? Real. The canoodling, canoodling on like on over the phone. That
Like a freaky talk.
Yeah, that freaky talk. That freak. I said I'll answer it first. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so this is what you. Okay, go ahead.
You know what I'm trying to get at,
Okay,
right?
go ahead. Yep.
Right, so that you're in that freaky talk over the phone or over the text or
I don't know, phone and Skype. You go with people on Skype together.
or
I know what it looks like.
I will say I've partaken in all three.
Oh.
All right.
Wait, for real?
I've partaken in all
Virtual?
three. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Jesse's
like
a-
over over Skype.
Oh, that's not virtual.
That is virtual.
That's virtual.
What do you think virtual means?
Like VR. Like
Oh, no. You're virtually touching everything.
oh god.
No.
The MetaMask.
But I will admit though, the texting I've never ever done in a relationship.
Okay.
So the texting came like years later, right? But I'd say the phone, yes. Virtual, yes. But I will admit though, this is just in my case, it was not as prevalent. Probably only maybe like one, 2 or 3 times. That's it. Because I feel like in my experience, I feel like women are not as comfortable with it because of the fear that it's gonna get out or get exposed. That's my 2 cents on it.
That was my fear.
Really?
I was like, no. Or put this shit on Snapchat. Make it disappear. Some shit like that. We're not letting this shit leak. Like, this should be on like the private server of private servers. Like, get off your Wi-Fi. Like no. No. Yeah. It was. I mean,
But it happened. It happened.
like we would send photos, but like not. That's no.
Not a full on virtual real time sesh.
Yeah, not a full time sesh like that.
Okay,
But
no.
It wasn't like all. It was like probably once or twice in our whole relationship.
Okay.
But it was on Snapchat and it got deleted.
It should. It should.
Yeah.
And so you agree that like I said, as a woman, you don't want that getting out there.
Yeah, definitely not. No,
Okay.
unless it makes us money on
Only stands?
Only stands.
Only stands.
Only stands.
Okay, but I agree. It only happened like once or twice.
Yeah.
And like I feel like it's kind of blown up because I feel like you don't actually like go all the way. It's like a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe different for you. For me, it was just a little bit. It wasn't nothing too crazy.
Jesse's a little certified freak, man. God dang.
Boy, Jesse.
Dang, Jesse. No, yo, both Jessies.
They're looking at each other.
It wasn't prevalent. Like,
They're
it
looking at
wouldn't
each other.
happen all the time.
They look at you guys. Look at each other like, do we spill the beans?
Did
I want to
we
hear
ever?
her. I want to hear your answer first.
I was only shy. I don't think I would have done anything like that. I've sent like photos. Have we ever?
Yeah, to be clear, mine were also
I think
photos.
we have.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
I'll say a couple times.
A couple times.
So it's not as prevalent, right?
No.
Okay. Over Skype.
We just wait until
Video?
like we see each other next. Let it build.
You're right.
Sexual tension.
Yeah, just let it build.
Nah, no Skype. Just phone. Just
Old fashioned.
yeah. Just
Old fashioned.
Oh god.
just voice call.
I have a funny story I'll tell you guys in the very end, but go ahead.
I'm just saying voice chat, like no video.
No video.
What about spicy text?
No.
Nah, the voice chat was better.
The voice chat.
Oh my god.
It was more authentic that way.
Okay, so like just imagine it being like a manga. Like
Okay.
if you're reading text, like it's
It's in
just
your
like-
own voice. You're like, what the?
Yeah, like you have to think about it. It's like, yo, like this ain't cool. Like this ain't working out for me.
Oh god.
Okay.
But, like voice, it's a little different, you know.
Yeah.
You're not reading it to yourself. You're not imagining in your
It's
head.
a deeper sense. It's like
Yeah,
a deeper
yeah.
sense. I got you.
Okay. I have a story for you guys, and I'm gonna divulge this. I might actually cut this out later after when I edit this, but I'll give you guys a prior experience in the past. I think this was before 2020.
I was about to say, don't put any dates on it. Just make it very, very general.
I'm saying, okay.
People are gonna pinpoint this. They're really good at that.
I mean, I don't care. I don't care what people think about me. Okay, there were a long time ago. I got this match on Hinge. Cute girl.
Oh, then this definitely don't matter. Then yeah, F it.
Yeah.
Just be. I thought it was in
See
the
the
X.
name.
Go ahead.
no,
I
no,
thought it was someone that we all knew. Like, I don't know.
So like, there was this cute girl that like matched that like liked me on Hinge. I was like, oh, she cute. Okay, she tight. And then we chatted a little bit. Turns out she doesn't even live here. She lives in Singapore.
Oh.
That is
Right?
That is on the other side of the world.
Wait, how
Yep.
did you set your
No. It was no. She set her location to DC.
interesting?
And then
He's
she,
talking about the logistics of this. Like, how are you getting on Hinge in Singapore? Like,
no.
I want to know.
Yeah, she set her location here in DC, and basically, what was she said? I think she said that she was just tired of the men in Singapore or something like that.
Okay.
And so she just decided to put it in like DC of all places. She said, I don't know, I just picked a random spot.
Think she's trying to look for a green card, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah, I was
And-
gonna say that's weird. Why should you pick DC?
Yeah.
No, she said she didn't know. She just picked a random city.
She's just trying to get with the.
And she said it's the capital of America, so she just picked DC.
Okay.
I think, like I said, this is years ago. All right. And then so we chatted a little bit. I thought nothing of it. I'm like, girl, you live in Singapore. Like, what is nothing gonna happen here? So I was just having fun with it, just messaging her back, nothing with, well, I have no expectations. And I was like, this is gonna completely die at some point. Right. And so chat a little bit. And then she's like, hey, can we like talk? And like, then I also want to be like, you know what if this is like a straight dude on the other side of the planet? Like, I'm just
Are you catfish?
yeah. But it was her idea to what was it? It was like what's that app? I think it's like
WhatsApp.
Telegraph or
Telegram?
Telegram or like is one or GroupMe. It's like one of those.
WeChat?
No, it's not WeChat. I think it was GroupMe or something like that. It was one of them. I don't remember. Or Telegram. It doesn't matter. It was one of those chats. And basically, she said, yeah, you can talk to me on here. And I was so skeptical. Like, I'm like, dude, this might be a straight dude. I might get like, I don't know, something might happen. The FBI might come knock down my door or something like that.
Oh god.
And then so I was like, you know what? I'll give it 2 seconds. I give it 2 seconds. She calls me, and I kind of have my thing like face down because I don't want to see my face.
Oh, is it video?
It was a video.
Oh.
It was legit. It was actually legit her.
Oh, nice.
It was actually legit her, and I was like, oh, okay, it is her. And when she's talking a little bit, and then like it got to like, and then I remember like we just chatted for like maybe like 5 minutes. It was really really late because I'm trying to go to sleep. And then like she wanted to like, I'm still like, I'm gonna dead this at some point because she's in Singapore. Like, come on now. And then she called me we didn't text that much. We messaged a little bit here and there. And she said, hey, can we talk on the phone a little bit? And I was like, all right, I'll talk on the phone. We started talking on the phone, and all of a sudden like she starts like making like moaning noises. I'm like, and I straight up asked her, I was like, are you? I was like, what's that noise? She's like, oh, it's not. I was like, are you like touching yourself? and then she
You
said,
straight up asked her that, and she was like, yeah. Like,
I mean, she lives in Singapore. I got nothing to lose. I don't care. I got nothing to be embarrassed about. I straight asked her, like, are you touching yourself or something like that? And she's like, yeah, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right. She's like, yeah, just keep talking though. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay.
And then I
she
was
likes,
like,
she likes the sound of your voice.
She likes the sound of your voice.
I don't know, but then like it got to the point I was like, all right, listen, like I don't feel comfortable with this, so I'm just gonna hang
Oh,
up.
I thought it was gonna end sometime. Like
I thought it was
other way.
juicier, man. I was like,
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were about to join it.
No.
Jesse's the
Now it's your turn.
No. No. And then, but yeah, that basically happened. And like, I was like, oh, this is kind of uncomfortable. I'm going to sleep. And I hung up, and then we never talked again.
Really?
That's weird.
I thought it was gonna go somewhere
dude, I did not
else.
expect. Yeah, I thought I was going to say weird. I thought you were going to be like,
No. What? No. Hey, man. I
I wasn't gonna judge. I thought it was gonna go that way too.
I gotta put myself out there. Like I said, I was just like going with the flow. Just like, you know what? Screw it. Some chick in Singapore, just try to chat it up, try to learn something new, learn something cultural. You know, that was it.
dang, Jesse, you could have been part of a real life Crazy Rich Asian, bro. What the
Right.
hell?
What if she?
Yeah, she could have been.
She
like,
could have been Joe's
an
sugar
heiress.
mama.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really care.
Oh, well, too late.
She
Well,
was.
too late.
It was one of those type of things where it's like, you know what is happening. I just get to know her. I've never met nobody from Singapore, but apparently, you know that the number one language in Singapore is actually English.
Oh, really?
I think everybody in Singapore speaks English because this girl, she was speaking clear English and everything. But she was cool, nothing crazy, and it just ended after that.
You could hear the clear English through the moans.
That was no.
The moan sounded American.
I'm just saying that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. But I was like, oh, whoa.
Like you weren't expecting that to happen.
Yeah, I was not expecting. It's like we were just having a normal conversation. I'm like, oh, I was like, what's that noise?
You
Like,
must have said something dirty, man.
I know.
You must have said something dirty.
I know for a fact I did not say something dirty.
What are you doing? Eating a
What were you
banana.
guys?
I'm eating a banana right now. Oh, okay. Isn't that right now?
No, but no, that's.
Did you make like a smacking noise that was like really sexual?
Oh my god.
You must have been talking about something that
was
really
talking
turned
real
her on.
dirty, man.
He was probably using like the word hard, long.
How was your day? It was just
It was
a
so
long, hard day.
Say that again.
Was it smooth? But nah, that's basically it. I'll still decide whether I want to cut that out or not. But
Nah, keep that in. This end this thing you could have said like, how's the weather out there? Oh, it's real wet.
but but still, like it was that type of situation. It was kind of like nerve wracking too at the end of the day because, like I said, I don't want to do something like bad, or like.
True,
get-
and you didn't know her. Like she could be recording you.
Exactly. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
Is it real? Is it real or is it not real? I give it 2 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh wait, it is. All right. But all right, we'll go ahead and end the podcast with that. But unless you got some comments. Any comments?
That's a great ending, Jesse. I always want to say that. That was hilarious.
I think you should keep
You
it.
definitely should keep
All right,
that.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Because the way that you like told it, everyone was expecting a different ending.
Nah, my life is not that exciting. I wish it was that exciting, but it's not that exciting. But
You could have made it exciting and just went along with it.
I know, right?
I ain't trying to go to jail, okay?
Oh, true. Okay.
All right. Obviously, obviously Jesse and Brandon and Z haven't been on dating apps before, right?
Never.
And so
Yeah, no.
There's been-
actually, no, I did. I was.
Oh.
So right before started dating Carlo, like it was like I was single, like a freshman in at Tech, and so I made it just for fun. It was like when Tinder just like dropped or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, oh, I wonder what this is like just matching with people. And then all of a sudden I'm swiping through these guys' photos and I'm in like 4 of his photos from parties and stuff. And I'm like, oh, so someone decided to use my photo to get with other girls.
Wait,
like,
what?
because his arm is around me, like around my shoulder, just to like be like, hey, like if I can get with her, like I can get with you. And he didn't. Like it was just a photo that we took. But yeah,
This was
no.
someone you know?
Yeah, like it was someone that I knew that I met briefly, like,
Interesting.
and I was like, what am I doing on your profile, sir? Like, that is my face.
Did you call him out on it?
Yeah, I did. I was like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it was a good photo of myself. And I was like, well, it was a good photo of me too. So, like, I don't blame you. But no, the apps are interesting. But ever since then, obviously, I haven't been on.
Hey, I don't blame him because speaking for most guys can't take photos for like to save their life, and we don't got that many photos.
Yeah, it has to be a group photo or whatever, like with a girl.
Yeah, most guys' photos are like group photos, and if it's not, it's probably a mirror selfie.
Oh my goodness! Don't even get me started with the mirror selfies. The mirror
MySpace.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. My boy On right there when he was on the social dating apps, he only put selfie like mirror selfies on there.
Wait, like our friend On?
Yes.
AA on?
Yes. Bruh. When On was single, he literally took a picture of himself in the mirror and posted it on like Tinder, and he got hella likes.
He got more matches than everyone.
Yeah, he got more likes than anybody.
Oh.
Everyone was like, what the
And like
Was it was he like was it a shirtless mirror pic?
no,
And
it's
then-
just literally him in a mirror and just like that's it.
I can imagine it.
You know On's like personality. Like you know the picture.
Here's an example. So this was like years ago when like all of them were all single and On had just recently became single and everything, and they all went to Seattle.
After the pact. We can take that out.
What pact? Oh, that pact. Oh no. Yeah.
We can take that out.
Yeah.
I was like, packed.
All right, but basically, what you call it? So they all go to Seattle and they all have their social dating apps and everything. And On's like just single, so this is his first time making it. He literally just says, "I didn't know what picture to use. I didn't have no pictures." He literally just took pictures of himself in the mirror and he posted it. And he got more likes than like Dara and everybody.
Damn.
maybe it's the mystery, like
Or
this dude is confident in himself, all of that. I would judge if I saw a mirror pic, like someone taking a mirror pic, I'd judge them on how dirty that mirror looks. I'd be like, if that mirror looks dirty, I'll be like,
it was a hotel mirror, so it's probably not very.
It was like clear. Yep,
they just probably like cleaned it.
I can see it.
But
People liking it.
I guess what I was trying to say was that like most since you guys haven't been on dating apps, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it, but like girls be like catfishing like a lot on there.
I mean, with filters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the filters.
I mean, I work in Photoshop. There's wonders that you could do in that like app. You could make someone a different person using Photoshop. So I understand.
I'm not gonna lie, I think my biggest like turn off when it comes to social dating app, I can clearly see that they're using a filter. It's kind of obvious.
Is it the dog filter from Snapchat?
Oh my!
No.
The chokehold that had on me.
Because it made everyone look good.
So cute.
You
It
notice
was really
it slimmed
cute.
everyone's cheeks down here.
Wait,
did.
Can you tell when girls are using filters?
Yeah, because it looks their skin either looks super like blended in, like there's no contour,
Yes, yes.
or two, they have like really shiny spots in their face that are like, I'm like, that doesn't look like normal. Like the light don't hit you like that. Like it's like super golden hour. You know, I know there's golden now, but it's just like, oh. I'm like, hey, yo, that's a little much.
Nothing I could tell is if our camera quality is getting really, really good. Where you take it on your phone, it's getting like really good. And if you can see like it pixelated because they use a filter, I noticed that too. I'm like, or there's like inconsistencies in their pictures. I'm like,
Yeah.
something fishy here.
Yeah.
Or their eyes a different color. that one's really crazy. Like if you're Asian and they have blue eyes.
Oh,
Z used to do that. Not the
I used
blue,
to have colored
not
contacts.
the blue ones.
I used to also have colored contacts, but like now, like if they show like different colored eyes, I'm be like, yo, wait, what is your genes like?
Wait, have you ever matched with someone that catfished you?
I've been catfished a couple times.
damn.
Like went on a date with them and you're like, this is not who this person was online.
So how does a date go though?
So
Because I know how you are. Like, I feel like you would feel strongly if somebody catfished you. So like, you have to sit with them for like 2-3 hours.
And wonder why they catfished you.
Yeah, like you have that
And
thought
just,
in your head,
hate
like,
them for catfishing you.
you really did this to me, like.
I need answers.
all right, okay. So I'll say like
But I
this.
feel like you'll be like
I
a
don't.
gentleman enough to be like polite.
I've been catfished before, but I haven't been catfished to the point where there's a dramatic difference. So like I've been catfished where it's like, you don't look as good as you do in your pictures, but you're still a pretty decent looking person. So it's like I still give it a chance.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you haven't been on like, oh, the girl looks like a 7 or 8, and then she shows up and she's a 3.
No,
Okay.
no, it's always maybe like 1 point. Like if they're a 7, they're probably a 6 in real life.
Do they lie about their height? Not that it matters to you, but dudes on these apps,
Girls
I hear-
don't. Girls don't. I feel like
Okay.
yeah,
I
girls
feel
don't.
like I feel like they don't. But like, what if like
I generally, for me, it's different. I won't even consider a girl that's below 5'4".
really?
Yeah, because my
Is
reasoning.
it like logistical purposes because you're like really tall?
It's 2 reasons. Short women look like my daughter standing next to me.
Oh man.
He doesn't
Or
want to look like a pedo.
sister?
He doesn't want to look like a pedo.
like because I'm so much more taller than the average
Yeah,
woman.
yeah.
That like when I stand next to a woman, like if I stand next to Z, you
I
kind
look
of
like your daughter.
Yeah, you kind of look like my daughter.
Or you're
Wow, Z, you're my daughter.
Z, that's a compliment. You get that beautiful youthful look,
Oh, thank you.
right?
you stay young
Sponsor
forever.
him, her Olive Young.
And then the other reason is I want to ensure that my genes pass on to my son because I want my son to be over 6 foot.
Oh, I understand.
I don't want.
I'm sorry, Brennan.
Hey, listen, like I said, I just don't want my son to come to me one day and be like, Dad, why am I not 6 foot?
He's just gonna be like this. I mean, don't look at me, man. Look at your moms
I
over
feel
there.
like that's every Filipino dad's nightmare, like for their kid to be like really short. I mean, it didn't happen for my brother because my brother's 5'11", but yeah, I do see that concern.
Wait, how tall is your dad and mom then?
5'5" and 5'1".
There's hope.
Yeah, there's hope for you guys.
I mean, I already know.
The diet is whole milk and Popeyes.
And sleep.
You know what? You're
And
right.
Sleep a
Yeah.
lot.
Milk.
Whole milk and Popeyes?
Yes.
I don't know about
We
whole.
got the Popeyes down.
I don't know about whole milk. But I'll go 2%.
And he gotta do the John
Hey,
Wall,
the
man.
2% works because listen, me and my brother, every morning we wake up. You know those pho bowls?
Yeah.
We basically drank a pho bowl full of milk every morning for breakfast.
Yeah. And my dad would literally get mad at us if we did not sleep by
Yes,
10.
we don't leave out the house until that bowl is like we lick that bowl clean.
And then at night,
Yes.
you hungry? Drink another bowl of milk.
Yes. nighttime snack
God.
after dinner was a glass of milk and fruit.
It's a big bowl. Like, can't get over that.
Wait,
Yeah.
you were
It
just-
worked.
You were just drinking like milk out of a bowl?
No,
their
no,
cereal.
milk and cereal.
Okay, I was about to say that was kind of weird.
Let's not have this argument.
You could have just put it in a cup.
Well, I think
Y'all not giving us enough details of this. Did you put shit in there? Like,
I think
don't
my
know.
mom also thought that, or my dad thought that, hey, that big bubble in your stomach is it being full, not lactose intolerance.
Are you guys lactose now?
Not really.
Not really, but like when
That's
you're
good.
drinking that much milk and you're like at lunchtime around 12, you're like, dude, my stomach is in knots right now.
I would say that me and my brother's lactose intolerant isn't really, really bad, but it's like mild.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dara's is bad. Like that man eat pizza, he's done for. like forget about it. Hey,
He
don't
recommended pills to me. Yeah.
don't stand next to Dara if you eat any type of dairy ice cream. Oh no, forget about it. Go away. Wear a hazard mask and all that stuff.
Facts.
But anyways, we'll just end it there for the day. Thank you guys so much. Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments or if you want to ask these ladies or my guy friends any type of questions, please leave them below. And again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.